Take him round.
He admitted to having sex with Angela Dutton. Did he not tell you that in the private chat you had with him?
Yeah, I suppose you know that Martin Wilkes has an alibi for Angela Dutton's murder. So even when you're running around playing Miss Bloody Marple, he's out the frame.
Morning.
Morning.
We verified that Martin Wilkes' fingerprints were present. As yet, not his DNA. Test results should be through later today. Victim's boyfriend's DNA matched to the sheets. In the Eiderdown, we got saliva mixed with blood. This often happens with suffocation, nosebleed. So from these two samples, we prove without doubt that your victim, Angela Dutton, was Susan Del Rey's daughter. Now we get to the unsavory bit. We removed 2 pubic hairs from Del Rey's douche. Whoever left them in her vagina, when she douched, they got lost in the tube. We took a DNA sample, and it matches semen from Angela Dutton's pillow.
Well, the same man.
Yes. The unsavory factor is he was your victim's father.
Oh, there's your motive.
I was just going to call you, sir. No, we have a result. Very possibly in both cases. Yes. Yes, sir. Yep. Sir, I don't think you're going to like what I have to tell you. Yes, the suspect was the same in the Susan Del Rey case.
Come on, get a move!
It's Martin Wilkes. They want me to bring in Martin Wilkes.
There's one fact I haven't told you about this scheme down in that part of the world is that of the 84 yachts that were put on the wraparound pages, 3 were named.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where are his wife and kids?
Okay, Pete. Thanks for your help. Thank you.
Yeah, we need an ambulance to 27 Robert Hill.
We got the DNA result. We lost our motive. Martin Wilkes was not Angela Dutton's father.
Yes, sir. It was about 5 minutes ago. No, the local police are on the fight. They're here now. Okay, later.
You Detective Chief Superintendent Walker?
Yes, sir.
Or mate?
This is DCI Connor.
Nasty business.
Thank you.
You know how we came to be the 3 suspects.
No.
Susan Del Rey was caught doing a sex act in her car by a young, wet-behind-the-ears constable, Martin Wilkes. You all seem to think this perverse voyeurism is something new. The way it works, my dear, is this. A couple drive to a secluded location. Things get steamy inside the vehicle. A group gathers to watch. Of course, nowadays it'd have a website.
I'm sorry.
And the gent in the car was none other than a very young Jonathan Southwood.
We have no record of this.
His daddy hired me. Young lawyer, eager to get ahead. No case. But we all became embroiled with Miss Del Rey. She was a minx.
She was also murdered.
As I'm aware of that, I'm simply explaining to you how 3 young men found Miss Del Rey irresistible. I was questioned at the time of her murder and released. It was very embarrassing, but she was a very delectable lady. That is all I can tell you.
Did you know Angela Dutton?
No, I did not.
She was Susan Del Rey's daughter.
I have had no interaction with Miss Del Rey's daughter whatsoever.
She worked in a club called Plato's.
Really?
It caters for the sexually perverse.
Yes, it appears to me that you are simply fishing. You have no suspect and nothing incriminating involving the place.
Sir, as you know, if I wish to get access to the membership list, I can get a warrant.
I believe there have been certain allegations made against you involving substantial sums of money that went astray.
Sir, could you tell me where you were on the 15th of March of this year?
I was in court, as usual, from 9 to 5:30. In fact, it was a case that involved the presence of poor Martin Wilkes.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this, sir, but we will require a swab for DNA elimination.
Done. I was at the lab 7:30 yesterday morning.
Bloody knew who I was. I'd love to know how he found out all that shit about me. I never touched that money. He's had a DNA test, and he's got an alibi.
Yeah, which conveniently includes Martin Wilkes. I am telling you, those 3 stayed in touch.
Yeah, I know.
And one of them is the killer.
And all 3 have got an alibi.
Oh, come on, Walker. You can leave a courtroom and come back.
Not the judge. Okay, everybody, gather round. Lisa, hold that door. Steve, that one. No one in or out. Kevin, hit the lights, please. Right, I'm only going to say this once, and once only. Press embargo. This is ex-Chief Inspector Ken Latham. He led up the inquiry on the Susan Del Rey case.
Susan Del Rey's body was very decomposed. She had restraint marks to her wrists and her ankles. The family didn't seem to know much. The sister mentioned that a couple of times Susan had appeared with various bruises. We had 4 hospital reports of her being taken into St. Stephen's casualty for various beatings. Arm broken, twisted bowel, collapsed lung. Del Rey never pressed any charges. Boyfriend's obviously paying for the damage. Del Rey owed rent, owed money all over the place. I thought maybe she'd tried blackmail.
Any proof?
No, 0 bank account. She was broke. With 3 classic suspects. Police officer, a lawyer, and a guy with a couple of million round his neck. Who'd you put in the frame?
Jonathan Southwood.
Body jumped off the M25, 6 weeks dead, no witness. Hot spell, summer of 1990. Stench was horrific. Whatever had happened the night she died was...
Running the checks on the Susan Del Rey files. I went through all the letters, the scrapbook, and then the items from her box. I did check it with a Norman Goldstone.
Gladstone.
Sorry, he sort of verified it. It might mean nothing, but...
What?
Well, listed in the Susan Del Rey boxes are blue Eiderdown, red shoe, dog collar, and then there's the case files and the things removed from her muse.
Yeah, I checked it all. It was fine.
5 glossy fashion magazines.
Yeah, so what?
It's just, well, 3 are missing. They only have 2, so 3 may have been taken.
Okay, get over to Colin Thorpe's. I remember seeing a stack of magazines on that coffee table where we found the scrapbook.
And have your attention, please. Thank you. Yeah, listen up, everybody. Susan Del Rey's daughter, Angela Dutton, and we don't know whether she was into rough sex or not, but we have the same restraint marks on the ankles and wrists. Second thing is, Angela Dutton's head wound was inflicted before she was chucked off the balcony. The boyfriend, Colin Thorpe, runs the club Plato's where she worked. We also know that Martin Wilkes was having sex with Angela Dutton.
Oh, that place would draw them in like a magnet.
Yeah, now, guys, this place is not just about, you know, a kinky dress.
It's about control. You'll have members, excuse the pun, but men wanting compliance action as well as the opposite, and this club supplies it.
Ah, that their sales pitch, is it?
They won't have to advertise these sexual perversions. They draw in very high-powered, successful men and women. They're like a contact grapevine for each other. It's a safe house, a safe place. And the women employed to act out these fantasies are tough and mean. They know exactly what they're required to do. Everything is geared to up the fantasy of restrained sex. And the security and protection of the clients will be the biggest incentive for this club to attract the real sickos. Getting in won't be easy.
We'll get a warrant. We'll get into Plato.
You mind me telling you something here? You got a judge, an MP, okay, the guy from Clubs and Vice had said, but they'll still know before you do what your intentions are.
But I have been told very few have actual sex. Penetration is not what this club is about.
These clubs are about fantasy. About pain, humiliation, cruelty, not violence. The whips don't break the skin. The chains don't cut into the wrists. That's what goes on up here.
What about leather masks, zips across the mouth?
Restraints. Some hoods don't have any eye holes. Darkness. Wearer can't speak unless a zip is drawn back. Can't lick. Understand?
Ex-Chief Inspector Latham running the show now, is he? I presume you two discussed all that down the pub.
Yeah, some of it. Don't know what you're getting on your high horse about. Two Micks should get along.
Don't you ever call me Mick.
Okay.
You know, the fact that they had sex with Angela doesn't necessarily mean that they killed her. I mean, the fact that we have semen stains doesn't necessarily mean they were deposited on the day that she died. You know, we need more. Who paid in the 50,000 to her bank account? It was cash. Now, Southwood's got millions. But if Angela was hitting on Southwood for the money, I mean, it doesn't mean that he tossed her off the balcony or that he's got anything to do with your bloody club.
Now, we've got to set up an undercover operation. It's the only way.
What? Colin Thorpe's got an alibi.
Sorry, your car's here.
Oh, yeah. I've got to go and see one of the girls from the club. Interview her for information.
Satch. Hey. What girl?
I don't know. She was there when we interviewed Colin Thorpe.
What do you mean, like a hostess or something?
No, I think she works in the restaurant or something.
Suppose that's where he got his no actual sex penetration from.
What are you so uptight for?
Listen, Satch, we have a double murder inquiry going on here, and he is busy getting his rocks off. Otherwise, there'd be someone with him.
Roisin, my instructions are to organise an undercover at the club.
Sorry, excuse me.
I don't mean to be rude, but if you don't agree with what Mike's doing, why don't you discuss it with him?
It's not personal. I need to ask you a few questions.
What about?
Angela Dutton.
I've told you I didn't really know her.
Well, I can do it here, or I can do it in the station.
There's no need to be like this. Come in. I've had a really awful day with Nico. He's driving me crazy.
Help yourself. Thought maybe you'd come about the earring. I don't think they were Angela's.
Aston Martin. Very nice car. There's some magazines.
Yeah, I chucked them out. They may still be in the rubbish. It's over there. Oui. Je m'occuperai de tout pour votre client, mais il faut comprendre que c'est la discrétion qui est la plus absolue. Normalement, on ne donne pas assez son poste.
You sure about the earring?
Yeah, Angela wasn't really into fake earrings. Well, not since we got together.
So when's he coming back? All right, well, listen, I'll try and speak to him then.
Walker seems to rate it. Your opinion, that is.
For what it's worth. What's your problem?
I don't have one.
Walker does. Jonathan Southwood pays a fortune into the prison services. His daddy donated millions to the Police Federation's rehabilitation hospital. I had the big brass crushing my balls. Now you've reopened my case. Who do you think's putting the pressure on Walker?
Same people who were putting pressure on you.
She didn't deserve to end up the way she did. had a dog lying beside her with its throat slit.
Do you keep all your old case files or just Del Rey's?
Try this one, sweetheart. 30 years experience. And they kicked me out because of discrepancies on my expense sheets. And they'll do the same to Walker. He charges into that cesspit of a club. He'll not see his pension. And he could take you down with him.
Oh, it stinks of booze. His coffee was laced with brandy. Bingo.
Nico was perfectly fine till he was about 3.5, talking and laughing. And then he had this fever-like illness. But now, it took me 2 hours yesterday to put his shoes on. 2 hours! Because he had to have his laces matching. He wouldn't wear Velcro.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hand for you.
Oh, that's to put it mildly.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I can't really handle him.
Does your husband help financially?
No. Working in a club gives me daytime with him, but it's catch-22. I still have to get someone to mind him evenings. Not tonight. It's my night off.
Yes, well, if you could.
This is
ASAP. Yes, we'd appreciate that. Okay. I'll get back to it.
Jacob said there were some photo shoots of Del Rey in here. Did you find any yet?
Nope. He speaks fluent French, Colin Thorpe. Someone called when I was there. I only did German at school, so I couldn't pick up what he was saying. He also mentioned the paste earring that was found in the shag pile, which is pretty ironic considering she managed to shag everything on 2 legs. He didn't think it was hers. He said she wasn't into fake diamonds.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, 2 of them. They're with my wife.
Typical.
No, it's not typical. I provide for them and I see them as often as I can.
And how often is often? Sorry. None of my business.
Sweetheart, there's nothing I would like better than to spend some time with you.
Oh, I've got a photo shoot. You got anything?
Ditto, photo shoot, publicity for the Black Mask. I've got her in platform boots and what looks like poodle fur around her neck, which is pretty incongruous seeing as how a poodle's throat was cut. Someplace, very plush.
Yeah, it's Jonathan Southwood's. Take a look at that. How'd you frame?
Faux poster, Elizabethan bed, tapestry.
No, bottom of the picture.
Carved pillar, headboard.
No. Sash, get this to the lab. I want to get a blow-up of that picture.
Well, look, Can't Westco, I'm having a nightmare getting a go-ahead for this undercover. That club has got connections.
Hey, no, look.
What?
Blue Eiderdown.
Look, I've got work to do. I need some information about Colin Thorpe.
But I can wait for a while. Can't it?
Yeah. Tell me about Angela.
There's nothing to tell. She worked at a club. There are lots of Angelas.
Yeah, but she moved in because she was Colin Thorpe's girlfriend.
Wow.
Moved in with him.
A recent one. Colin goes through them, darling.
Yeah. Had she quit working?
Angela. She never quit working, as you put it. She was always after the main chance.
You didn't like her?
I never said that.
Hey.
What I've said is that I didn't really know her. Remember?
How long had she worked at the club?
Maybe 10 months.
10 months? Yeah, but she'd been living with... Oh, shit. Colin Thorpe. For at least 6 months. She doesn't let the grass grow under her feet, does she?
Well, no, she was younger than... I mean, Colin often moved in girls. And then when he got tired of them, they went back to work.
So she wasn't working at the club?
Well, sometimes. She may have kept her regulars, I don't know.
Regulars? Like clients she had sex with?
Well, listen, I don't ask questions, okay?
Hey, but I do, and I need some answers, babes. Now, you told me that Colin Thorpe wasn't there when you started working. What time was that?
Well, he may have been. I don't know. I didn't see him. I went straight to the restaurant. I've told you that.
Mike is going to go apeshit about this.
Well, if he doesn't answer his mobile, screw him. This is it.
Wasn't it right?
And that's him, Jonathan Southwood. I'm DCI Connor. This is DS Satchel.
What's this about?
I don't know if you're aware of an inquiry into the death of a girl named Angela Dutton.
No, I can't say that I am.
Do you know Angela Dutton?
No, I don't.
Where were you, if you don't mind me asking, on the 15th of March of this year?
15th March offhand. It was, what, a week ago?
Yes.
I was in the south of France.
I'll need verification on that, please.
Won't be difficult. May I ask why?
What was the day Angela Dutton died?
Well, I'll have my secretary call and give you the details.
She was Susan Del Rey's daughter.
And the connection?
Well, you were questioned in regard to Miss Del Rey's death back in 1990.
Yes. Yes, I was.
Because of the two deaths, we've had to reopen the murder inquiry into Susan Del Rey's case. You sure you didn't know Angela Dutton?
Absolutely. Don't know her.
Mr. Southwood, could I see your bedrooms, please? The bedroom I'm interested in has a 4-poster in it. It was used in a photo shoot.
Yes, well, we don't actually do tours.
It featured Susan Del Rey.
Yes, I used to hire the pile out for commercials and the odd photo shoot.
Was that how you met her?
Sorry?
Susan Del Rey.
Yes, yes, it was.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't know you had company.
I won't join you, sweetheart. This is... I'm so sorry.
DCI Roisin Connor. This is DS Satchel.
There's nothing wrong, is there?
No. This shouldn't take long. Just discussing security.
We're going to need a swab for DNA testing just to eliminate you and any connection to Angela Dutton's murder.
I've told you I didn't know Angela Dutton.
Ah, but you knew Susan Del Rey.
I want to call my solicitor, and until I've spoken to him, I don't think it prudent to answer any more questions.
Mr. Southwood, I would appreciate it if you would voluntarily accompany me to Hoxton Police Station.
Connor! What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? I for the world and his damn mother unto me. I am working on an undercover operation.
You never answered any of your calls, Walker. And you know what? I don't give a shit what you think, because I've got new evidence.
Really? What bloody new evidence?
Take a look. The Eiderdown wrapped around Susan Del Rey's body came from the Southwood estate.
Southwood solicitors here. It's Alex Somerton.
At this point, we're simply questioning your client in regard to the murder of Susan Del Rey.
I was questioned 14 years ago. I was released without charges. With regard to Angela Dutton, I've made it perfectly clear that I was out of the country at the time of her death.
Well, we will nevertheless require a DNA swab for elimination purposes.
But my client has denied knowing her. I would say that this is nothing short of harassment.
It may seem that way to you, Mr. Somerton, but due to these circumstances, we have no option but to reopen Susan Del Rey's case alongside that of Angela Dutton. Mr. Southwood, did Angela Dutton ever attempt to contact you?
I have just stated that I was out
well
of the
aware what
country.
you have just stated. But if Miss Dutton did call you, we will have the number recorded. We can access your telephone records.
Do you agree to this, Jonathan?
I can agree. But you won't be given access to some of my personal records without government clearance. They're highly confidential.
Well, we'll also be seeking authority to gain access to your bank accounts.
What on earth for?
In order to determine whether your client withdrew a substantial amount of money in the past 2 weeks.
I withdraw substantial amounts of money frequently. Most recently, when my family went to the south of France.
My client has willingly answered your questions, and we now have nothing further to say on the matter. He did not know Angela Dutton.
Sorry, excuse me. You might find this quite distressing, but we have recently found out that Angela was having a sexual relationship with her own father. Now, we can, of course, presume that the man in question was unaware of his paternity. Susan Del Rey never disclosed who the father of Angela was.
You moved too fast.
What about accessing his bank records?
Oh, yeah, and find out how much he donated to the Police Federation last year. Jesus Christ, you bloody well landed me in it. Angela Dutton used a pay-as-you-go mobile, changed it every other week, so we will have no record of her private calls or negotiations.
How do you know?
All the girls have them. Just a little bit of information I picked up from Mila Raskovich. Angela Dutton would not be screwing other men while calling them on her boyfriend's landline. Much less likely if she was trying a hand at blackmail. And one other thing. If there was anything incriminating at Southwoods, thanks to you, it won't be there now.
Look, Mike, I'm sorry I jumped the gun.
Oh, really? And as far as me getting my rocks off with Mila Raskovich, at the moment she is our only entry into that club because we are being stonewalled. Good night. What? I said one more comment about me and Mila Raskovich, I'm an uptight bitch! I
said nothing to her, honest. She's jumping to conclusions.
I don't know, Satch. I haven't felt like this before.
Police brought in Jonathan Southwood.
Is that why you're so edgy? Afraid Mr. Respectability's going to get caught with his pants down.
Don't try to be clever with me, Colin. Not now, not ever. Southwood was tipped off they were getting a warrant to access your membership list.
They have the membership lists, Alex. They don't mean shit. But if they come into the building, they're going to freak out the customers, and that's it, yeah? I don't want them in here, Alex. So do whatever you need to do to keep them out. Because that's what I pay you for, so go, Ernie.
Yeah, could they just leapt off the table and fell on his arse? Can't do you want a pint?
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Pint of Guinness, please, Dave. You staying?
Yeah, I'll have a vodka tonic, please.
I'll have a vodka tonic.
My contact worked for Plato's up until 9 months ago when she was fired for filching clients, or slaves as she calls them, and doing private sessions in her own makeshift dungeon. She also said that Colin Thorpe always initiated the new girls and that Angela Dutton was a prize.
Hang on. Satch said he was really cut up at the hospital about the suicide. But then later on he was seemingly unconcerned about the possibility she was entertaining clients back at the flat.
Lisa. Unless he found out she was doing exactly what my contact got fired for, and in his own flat.
Ball the bud, please,
Could be a
go.
motive.
Oh, come on. Colin Thorpe has got an alibi.
And you believe it?
Yeah.
He's one hell of a player. He's opened clubs, had them burnt down, and never been booked for so much as a parking ticket. He's better educated than the lot of us put together.
Where the hell are you getting all this stuff, Ken?
My contact. She told me he went to either Eton or Harrow, and this could be legit or not, but apparently his mother ran a high-class whorehouse in the south of France. When he found out how school fees were being paid, he went berserk, cut loose from the toffs. By all accounts, she was a real tough woman and left him a fortune when she died. Probably taught him all he knows.
Satch, we got an update on Plato's?
No, thumbs down. No way are we going to get entry to that club.
You got very powerful string pullers. You think Judge Saxon and Southwood won't cover their arses in case you get another Profumo scandal?
Yeah, but look, Colin Thorpe's alibi doesn't hold. And Mila Raskovich said he wasn't even there.
You'll never get access to his membership list.
Oh, come on. Colin Thorpe did not kill Susan Del Rey. He was in short trousers at the time.
As I told you, we got 2 killers.
Okay, so we get 2 killers. We got one for Angela Dutton, and if we strike lucky, we're going to get one for Susan Del Rey. What's the problem?
I'm going to get another round. Did same again?
Yeah, I'll have a whiskey.
I'm fine.
Hey, can I get 2 whiskey chasers?
Yes, They're going to need to replace Angela Dutton at Plato's. super bitch over there has got a real mean streak in her.
Well, Colin Thorpe hasn't met her.
Hey, think your pal would help us out, Ken?
It'll cost you.
This is a little sideline of mine. I've got a friend hand makes all this rubber gear. Mind you, it costs a bundle. Feel it. That rubber's as soft as a condom. So how long have you known Ken Latham?
Don't really know him at all.
Sad bloke, isn't he? Only he's always looked after me.
Did you know Angela Dutton?
Not recently. We worked a massage parlour years back. Greedy bitch. If I get you an introduction into Plato's, you've got to look out for me. And his shit comes down, you're on camera. Try this for size.
Where's Colin?
She's having a first tutorial. I think she'll be a while.
There's been a full risk assessment.
I know that. I'm gone in solo.
Well, I offered, but I've already met Colin Thorpe. You know, I quite fancy squeezing into a bit of rubber.
Joe. Right, when you change into your kit, just make sure that you don't disconnect this wire.
Okay.
Machine, you give the code word, we're in like a snowstorm.
Okay.
Hello, sweetheart. I think you've just made my day.
Good evening. I'm Detective Chief Superintendent Mike Walker. There's the Detective Constable Lisa West.
What do you want?
Do you mind me asking how long you've been married?
10 years.
Okay. Now, this bed. Have you ever used or seen another bed quilt or Eiderdown in this suite?
May I ask what this is about?
Mrs. Southwood, I'm terribly sorry, but I do have
Look,
to
we
ask
hardly
first.
ever use this room.
Is there anyone else we could ask?
There's the old housekeeper. She lives in the village. What is this about?
I'd like you to look at the photograph, Lisa. And tell me if you recognize the girl in it.
Why are you here?
Just look at the photograph, please, Mrs. Southwood. Do you recognize her?
Is this about her? What is she? A prostitute? Is she a prostitute?
You're early.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Who recommended you?
Barbara Brentwood. I'm due to see, Colin Thorpe.
Right.
It's quite a place you have here.
Yes.
You worked here long?
I just went to the restaurant.
Where are you going?
She's in, Gov.
Emily? Emily?
You bastard! You total
What are you talking
You
about?
promised me in France that you changed,
Can we have
but
this
you're not going to
conversation
change, are you?
somewhere else, please?
Leave me
Darling,
alone. Don't touch me.
Emily, darling, please, don't do
It's
this.
over.
No,
I'm
no,
leaving you.
Please, don't.
You know what? I don't even care who knows what kind of man you are.
Please, just leave me.
Do you excuse me?
Your wife recognized Angela Dutton, Mr. Southwood. You stated you had never met Angela Dutton. Your wife identified her photograph. Would you like to start again, Mr. Southwood? Mr. Southwood, would you take a look at this photograph? When did you last see her? Mr. Southwood, the blue Eiderdown that Susan Del Rey's body was found wrapped inside.
I have no comment to make until my solicitor's present.
Come in. Stand there. Drop your bag. Take your jacket off. Name?
Roisin.
Good name. Nice Irish accent. Worked for the Halcyon Agency, right?
Yes, I did. No, thank you.
Drink it. Very attractive. Nice firm breasts. Nice childbearing hips. Excellent. Nice cold eyes. Look at me. You don't like sex, do you?
You got me all sewn up.
I find you very attractive. Yeah?
I need to speak to you.
Not now,
Please.
Mila.
Listen, I have to go. Nico's fallen and hurt his head. He's in outpatients. I cannot go, Colin.
Okay, go. But just get straight back, because I need you here, Mila. Now, where were we?
Mr. Thorpe, I just need a job.
Well, you better be as good as Barbara says you are.
I'm good.
She's doing the business all right, isn't she?
Barbara didn't like me being on her patch, if you know what I mean. She said I could earn more money with you. So tell me, how much?
First, I just need to see how good you are. We have some very important clients.
Mr. Thorpe, either you want to hire me or you don't.
What does that mean exactly?
What's she doing?
Why, that I can be mean. Do you understand? Very mean.
We know that for the photo shoot, Mr. Southwood, they didn't supply the blue Eiderdown. Yet here it is, very clearly seen in the corner of the photograph. Did it belong to you?
No comment.
And do you know a Mrs. Deirdre Bilks? Housekeeper who worked for your family. She identified the blue Eiderdown as having come from your house. Before being shown the item, she was able to describe in great detail the tassels, the silk-cord edgings.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Take a look at these photographs, Mr. Southwood. They might just jog your memory.
Jonathan, I would advise you not to say anything more at this time.
Hi. Hi. I'm Roisin. Hi.
Hi, Jamie, how you doing?
Hello. Oh, okay, I brought my own.
So you the new replacement for Angela?
Yeah.
Well, if you behave yourself, then you won't get into trouble, will you?
Trouble?
Like doing private clients.
Was that what Angela was doing?
What section are you on?
I'm not sure, actually. I presume the restaurant is, that's where Mila works.
I said what she told you. Oh, well, then that's our menu over there. We went the dungeon together.
Can we now discuss Angela Dutton? Mr. Southwood, it would help you if you tell us everything you know.
She contacted me. She said she had something she wanted to show me. I went round to her flat in Hoxton.
You had sex with her? Mr. Southwood, would you please answer the question? Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
On 4 or 5 occasions. One weekend, she turned up at my home. She knew I was away for a conference, and she confronted my wife. You may find it hard to believe, but I love my wife. I adore my children. She told Emily we were lovers. She did it because she wanted more money. She wanted £1 million cash.
Did you kill Angela Dutton?
No, I didn't. I agreed. I agreed to pay her in installments. I gave her £50,000 cash and agreed that further payments would be paid to her bank when I got back.
Did she show you what she had discovered?
No.
So she never showed you the photograph of her mother on the blue Eiderdown? Suspect shook his head. Why did you agree to keep on paying her? That's a hell of a lot of money.
She'd taken the condom I'd used with her and had my DNA tested.
So she knew you were her biological father?
Yes.
Did you continue to have sex with her when you knew she was your daughter? For the purposes of the tape, suspect nodded his head.
Depended on the client, 500 for dinner, and the rest was negotiable.
Friend of Angela's, are you?
No, Barbara Brentwood's. Do you know her?
No. Excuse me.
You want to know about that rat cow, Angela? I'll tell you something. She taught me how to give golden showers. So you got to tank up with gallons of water.
Go on, Andy, go piss your water.
So, tell me, did Angela ever at any time suggest to you that you might possibly be blackmailing someone else?
No.
Mr. Southwood, someone cracked her skull. It would help your case and us if you tell us everything you know. Did Angela at any time ever suggest that she was being threatened or frightened?
No.
Are you sure? What?
Someone called while I was there, but she didn't seem scared, just angry.
Did she tell you what his name was?
It was a woman. Ex-girlfriend of this man she was living with.
Did you get a name?
No. Just that she'd made calls before and was following around or...
What, do you mean like stalking her?
I suppose so. But Angela, she wasn't scared. She was angry, told her to, I don't know, get a life. Something.
Yeah, okay, could this woman have worked with her at the club?
I don't know.
Mr. Southwood, this is really, really important.
What has this got to do with your inquiry, DCS Walker?
Yeah, okay, take me back, Mr. Southwood. Tell me, take me back to the last time you were with Angela.
She said, Angela said she'd invited her around to the flat.
Who?
This woman.
From the club?
I don't know.
What the hell has this got to do with your inquiry?
Look, well, this means that was the day before you went to the south of France, correct? And you left on the 14th of March?
Yeah.
That means this woman could possibly have been in the flat on the day that Angela died.
So, why all the interest
Is it
in
22 or 9?
little friend Angela?
Well, I want to get it right, don't I?
You? I think it'd take you years to get up to her level. She was a mean bitch. Ask Mila.
Mila?
Yeah. She's in up with Colin. She was shacking up with him before Angela came on the scene.
Come on, girls. Chop, chop. Busy night.
Oh, no. You're taking me away from her already. We were just getting to know one another, weren't we? I like her.
I think that you and me could play together. Don't you?
Now, Cassandra.
Oh, you see, you've got him all tied up, haven't you? Just waiting for her. Brian.
Come on, babe, get your gear on.
Okay, guys, I hope you're getting this. I want you to check up on Mila. She's recruiting the girls.
Mila Raskovich. She left earlier. I'll call Walker. He knows where she lives.
Mila said you were very close.
Maybe I looked out for her. She was into some sick stuff.
And Colin didn't mind.
He didn't know. Like I said, I took care of him. Right. In you go. Enjoy.
You didn't think I was going to let you loose on a real client before checking you out, did you?
Did you do this with all the girls?
Make sure they know what they're doing, yeah?
Oh, you made me sick.
Do I? Well, you telling me that this doesn't turn you on a little bit?
No.
For you. Come on, show me what you can do. Show me. Let me join in.
Yeah.
That's good. Never let a client touch you. But you've got to come up with some better dialogue than you made me sick, right?
How about you're a twisted, warped, pathetic little boy?
Very good, very good, very good. But you've just got to take the hysteria out of your voice. Cruelty's all about control. It needs a shout. Keep it low. It's much more threatening. You've got it in you. You've just got to let it out. Look, just show a little breast there.
Christ. What's going on in there?
Good. Careful with the contact, right?
Ever touch me.
Oh, you want to play? Oh, good. Let's play.
Back up.
You're liking this, aren't you?
No.
Yes, you are. I can tell. Right. Well, tell me what to do. What do you want me to do?
You don't know what you to do. I want you to unlock that door, get somebody down here and let me out. Do you understand? Do you understand me?
But I can't. I'm your prisoner. You're in control.
Kid okay?
Yeah, the baby's she panics. Hospital said he's fine.
How dare you? This,
yeah.
You want to treat women like this? Fine, get up there, get up there now. Move it.
Good.
That's good, is that good? Is that good?
You've never experienced sexual gratification or how to give it. You are an uptight bitch.
You enjoying that, are you? Let me out, please. Let me out and lock the door.
Door's open. You can go anytime you want. But you're good. You're very good. Where have you been? How come I've never seen you before? Because that was your first time. Barbara was bullshitting, wasn't she? Look, stay with me here. I think we can be really successful together. You're very special.
You told Angela?
Yeah, Angela. Why do you keep asking about Angela?
You know, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Mila! Is Mila here?
I'm not. Could you just wait a minute? I'll just. No. Nico, stop it. Come on. No, come to bed now. No, Nico. No, good boy. Come on.
You want me to give you a hand? Nico, shut up.
Hello, wee man. Where's your mummy? Is she hiding upstairs? Will you and me go and have a look for her? Come on. She must have gone back to the club with Mister.
You recognise this? It matches the one found in the carpet at Colin Thorpe's flat.
See. Girls, out. Get out!
Please let me change. Please, just leave me alone.
We need to talk. Listen.
No, I can't do this. Just let me change.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Barbara lied to me about you. It's okay.
I don't want to do this!
It doesn't matter. I need someone with your class. All first timers get freaked out. I can break you in.
Sicken.
But if it's any consolation, sometimes I sicken myself. And I don't make this offer to all the bitches here. But you like dealing out the pain. And that means you're worth a lot of money. You got hidden treasure. Like a tight-lipped oyster. Huh? And I can prise it open. I'll find your perfect pearl. And suck it out of you. And I promise you'll like it. Huh? You're wired.
What's going on? What's he saying?
You're a fucking cop.
He knows. He knows I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out. Mila, this place. I have to do all the work around here. All the clearing up. Stay online. Stay online. Mila!
Serge, look, pull corner out now. All units, let's go, go, go! Go down.
All units, front door, where are you? Go! Go!
Sorry, this is a private establishment. Do you got...
Brilliant.
That blonde, she's only a fucking cop.
Tell me something I don't know. Get the Crown Prince up first and do your job.
Mila! Mila! Mila, do you know who Angela was dating? I think she was trying to blackmail one of her clients.
I wouldn't be surprised at anything she did.
Mila, I need you to talk to me. I need you to answer my questions. Mila, listen, I know that you lied about Angela, and I know that you lied about only working in the...
I know, I saw
with him. Coming on to you. Mila, no, come on, man. Let me out. Mila, come on, Mila. Don't do this. Don't do this. I'm a police officer. Mila, come on. Mila, I need you to let me out. Come on, Mila. Come on, Mila. Just let me out. Mila.
Check out these two. Heidi, with me. No, shut out. Get in there. What's down here? Where is she? Where is she? Connor!
Where is she? Blonde, Mila.
Oh, I have to take this to laundry.
Forget about the towels.
Those two witches you hired.
What's wrong with you, little basin?
You know you treat me no better. Who do you think has been cleaning the place, Colin?
Call an ambulance! Help me get on the floor. Get rid of it. What can I do?
See some towels, man.
Jesus Christ. Is she still alive? Shh. Control, require urgent assistance. Get LAS, DCI Connor down. Repeat, DCI Connor down.
Oh, God. Come on, baby. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mila! I need you to come with me.
Don't try and talk. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. I'll come and see you. You take care.
She's gonna be all right, isn't she?
Yeah, Lisa's with her. Miss Roskovich, do you understand the seriousness of the allegations?
Yes.
You've been arrested for the murder of Angela Dutton and the attempted murder of Detective Chief Inspector Roisin Connor. Do you have anything to say?
My son. His name is Nico. Is someone with him?
Someone is with Nico. On the 15th of March, did you murder Angela Dutton? For the purposes of the tape, suspect nodded her head.
She said she needed to have DNA sample tested. I knew she was pregnant with Colin's baby and she needed to prove it was his.
Mila, Angela wasn't pregnant. Why did you do it?
Because I didn't want to lose him.
Who?
He's Nico's father, but he wouldn't believe me, but he is.
Who are you talking about?
Colin. And I loved him so much. I had to clean up all the towels, had to clean away the blood. I didn't want to get Colin into trouble, so... She didn't look dead. Not really, and... I dressed her up and took her onto the balcony. But now I know he used me. They all used me. You used me. Men always have. You're just the same. There was a little boy on a bicycle. I didn't want him to see her falling. My son, Nico, he can't ride the bike. He can't ride the bike. My Nico. Is the little boy all right? Is he all right?
£250. I don't know what you can get.
How are you?
I don't think you should be here.
Club's closed. It was office on the skids. Then the back is pulled out. Who wants to deal with bloody Russians and worse, the Arabs, eh? So I begin again. Whether here or abroad. But I wanted to see you again.
You're looking at me.
I knew you'd want to see me. You turned me on, Roisin. Takes a lot to do that. You, being a police officer, even more so. But I like that. In the cell, you liked it, didn't you?
You sicken me.
I know. But I also know I touched a raw nerve. I want you, Roisin. And when you want me, Roisin, call me.
Vindication feels good. We did good all round. I got my killer, you got yours.
All stand.
Sandra Dutton's here. Susan Del Rey's sister.
Oh, what does she want? Listen, I'm June Court. I'm surprised she's not there herself. Hello, you wanted to talk to me. Would you mind walking with me?
I didn't tell you the truth when you came to see me.
Yeah.
It's about Susan's leather bag that was stolen with the vanity case. Well, she had them with her the night she came to see me in a terrible state, all beaten up. And when I looked inside the bag and saw those things...
Yes, don't worry. We know what's in the bag, Miss Dutton.
You don't know about these.
The defendant claimed in interview that it was all Susan Del Rey's idea, that she introduced him to bizarre sexual practices, that she made him strangle her until she reached orgasm. The Crown says that the defendant's brazen claim that this was a terrible accident occurring in the midst of consensual sexual activity is the last throw of the dice by a desperate man.
What's this? Mr. Kilbride? Can you look at this?
My lady, would you forgive me?
What are these?
Photographs of Susan Del Rey. She must have kept them as trophies. The sister had them hidden.
Members of the jury, you may think that this is highly unsatisfactory, and I would agree with you. However, all I can tell you is that evidence has come to light in the form of photographs that wholly undermine the case as the Crown opened it to you, and strongly supports the defense case that Susan Del Rey's death was an accident.
And what happened then, Mr. Southwood?
The dog started yapping. I was afraid it would wake the house.
What, the dog? Mr. Southwood?
Yeah, so I took the dog and I threw it out of the room. I know it was stupid. Because it must have been then.
Mr. Southwood.
Yeah, then the cheap... Well, when I came back, Susan was dead.
Susan?
It was an accident.
It was a what?
An accident. It was an accident.
Oh, an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the dog?
Yeah, I killed the dog and I took her and wrapped her and the dog and wrapped them in the Eiderdown. It was an accident.
As no further evidence is being offered, it follows that the defendant, Jonathan Southwood, is entitled to a verdict of not guilty, and that is my direction to you.
Will the defendant please stand? Will the foreman please stand? Members of the jury, on direction, do you find the defendant, Jonathan Southwood, not guilty of murder?
Not guilty.
You find him not guilty, and is that the verdict of you all?
It is.
Thank you.
You think we didn't friggin' know what you got up there? You just let that bastard off the hook.
He'll get done for disposal of the body, okay?
So bloody what?
Jesus, Mike. Mike, look, Southwood was telling the truth. We have shots of her with punter after punter, doing exactly what Southwood said she was doing. Being strangled for sexual kicks.
You could have lost the photographs.
Mila Raskovich, you can remain seated. You have pleaded guilty to murder. You took the life of Angela Dutton, a person who had done absolutely no harm to you. The law obliges me to pass a sentence of life imprisonment on you, and I do so.
I know about you and Mila, Mike.
So what do you want to do about it, Roisin? You want to rush back in there and get our sentence reduced? Not happy enough that Southwood's off the hook? Don't worry. You'll probably find God and write a bestseller. Those bastards always land on their feet. You know nothing about me and Mila Raskovich. There's nothing to know.